She began her career as an aquatic biologist in the U.S. Bureau of Fisheries and became a full-time nature writer in the 1950s. Her widely praised 1951 bestseller, The Sea Around Us, won her a U.S. National Book Award, recognition as a gifted writer, and financial security. Her next book, The Edge of the Sea, and the reissued version of her first book, Under the Sea Wind, were also bestsellers. Late in the 1950s, she turned her attention to conservation, especially some problems she believed were caused by DDT, a synthetic pesticide. She began the 4-year project for her next book by gathering examples of environmental damage attributed to DDT. At that time, criticizing DDT was at high risk of losing her popularity as a writer due to indiscriminate attacks by chemical companies. However, she continued to write with the belief that it is a sin to remain silent when you have to protest. By 1960, she had more than enough research material, and the writing was progressing rapidly. In addition to the thorough literature search, she had investigated hundreds of individual incidents of pesticide exposure and the human sickness and ecological damage that resulted. However, cysts were discovered in her left breast, one of which necessitated a mastectomy. Nevertheless, her book writing continued, and while writing, she chose to hide her illness so that the pesticide companies could not use it against her. And in 1962, a book was finally published under the title Silent Spring. This book was met with fierce opposition by chemical companies, but it spurred a reversal in national pesticide policy, which led to a nationwide ban on DDT and other pesticides. It also inspired a grassroots environmental movement that led to the creation of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. By now, it has sold more than 2 million copies and has been translated into more than 20 languages. This story is about Rachel Carson, and marine biologist, author, and conservationist. What made her work so influential? She sent this reply to a high school student who asked how to write. The subject of writing is much more important than the writer. Writers should never forget what she said.